Hello, everyone. Hello, my name is Jamaal Solomon, and you are watching the Money Doesn't Grow on Trees interview series. As a tax accountant, a public speaker, and now an insurance agent, I've been blessed to have a wonderful network of great individuals that include doctors, lawyers, whoever you could think of, and we could have great conversations just off the phone. Just, I could call them, I could text them, and we'll have a conversation. And what I learned, especially through the pandemic, is that everybody doesn't have this, what I call now a blessing. So what I want to do in this interview series is just give y'all a little glimpse of these wonderful people that I've been able to say, you know what, I trust them 1000%. So, as a disclaimer, anybody that I interview, I could guarantee you, they either got highly recommended by somebody I trust, or we probably had a million conversations, and I already know that have no problem referring or recommending this person at all. So today we have, I like to call her my sis or Professor Castor because she has the funniest stories ever in classroom, but we're not going to get into that. But can you introduce yourself?
Oh, okay. Of course, of course. I'm Chimene Castor. I have I guess you want some accolades. So I have a doctorate in um, nutritional sciences, also a doctorate in education. I'm one of those overachievers. So with two doctorates, and I am a registered dietitian, also a health coach, specifically addressing diabetes in Black women. I have
Mm.
my own company called Complete Nutrition, Therapy and Healing. I'm a traveler. I'm a professor, and I'm a mom. That one is the hardest job, but I'm a mom. So
Yeah, we was just talking with me and my three kids. I'm like, I feel like I got a daycare and there's only three of them. But it's good to know that my wife is not the only career student in the United States because she want more degrees. I'm like, you got like 4 or 5 of them. How much more do you need? But she's like, oh, I need my doctorate now. I'm like, oh. So
I'm totally with her. Let her know how I could help her. I could mentor her, go through the process. Let me tell you something. As a Black woman, you have to always have to prove yourself
yes.
in a way that's beyond. But I'm also one that doesn't like to start anything I can't finish. I started a PhD at Howard University and couldn't finish because I didn't have the funds. Went and got a scholarship at Columbia University, completed it. Now I'm a professor at Howard. So I went back and finished what I started. So that's part of the story of having why I have two,
Mm.
because I never like to start anything I can't finish, and if I can't finish well, why start in the first place?
So I think the real question is, are you going for number three?
No way, no way, no way. If I'm gonna do anything, I was thinking about going by the School of Divinity, but I have not been led yet totally to do that.
You're like,
But
I'm bored. I need to do more classes. I need to take some tests. But listen,
no, no,
guys.
no, 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 no. But let me share with you guys.
Yeah.
So Alzheimer's is on the rise, and what we found is people that are constantly learning new things, especially new languages, new things, that's a hindrance from developing Alzheimer's. So
Mm.
learning a new language, being in school, learning new things is actually prevent you from developing Alzheimer's because you're opening the brain with to capture all
Mm.
that information. So
So
hey,
this is
let's
why I
do
got
this.
you. Yeah, my wife is she ain't gonna have that problem because she's gonna be in school till 85. It's ridiculous, man. But but guys, man, I follow her on Facebook, right? And like she said, she is like all for people living healthier lives. And what fascinated me about it, or kind of guilt me, is that I have the absolute worst diet in the United States of America, and I get away with it because I can't gain weight. I mean, people call me sticks. I can have eat the worst diet in earth and not gain a pound. So I can kind of get away with it, but I'm pretty sure my insides is like, Jamaal, we need to have a talk. Yeah, this is not going to work out. So I'm very fascinated because she has all these wonderful tips, and I'm like, oh man, that sounds kind of bad. Maybe I should change, or that sounds kind of good. Maybe people should know this. I like to share her stuff. But I guess as entrepreneurs, and you're like also an entrepreneur too, sometimes we feel like we just don't have enough time to eat good or healthy or whatever case may be. Now, if somebody like myself, because I would say like, listen, I don't want to eat healthy. I have issues. I love chips and gummy bears. It's like somebody like myself, like an entrepreneur said, listen, I ain't got time to eat. Like, what would you tell that person why it should change?
Okay, so I just want you to know everybody has capability of changing. It's a question of motivation. While you said that you cannot gain weight, but the issue is there's such a thing called normal weight obesity. So that means that you could not gain weight, but gain fat. And that fat would cause you to have insulin resistance. And if you have insulin resistance, then you could develop diabetes. So I just want you to know that you may not gain weight, but you may gain the other thing that may actually put you at risk for developing chronic health conditions. Now, as far as making time, it's a question of priority. So I'm going to let you know that as an insurance person or an entrepreneur, the more healthy you are, the more effective you are, the more you're able to actually think clearly. Now, why would you want to spend?
Oh, she broke up. That's the wonders of Zoom. We're going to get it back. Are you back? You kind of broke up. Sometimes when you talk health stuff, even your computer's like, listen, I don't want healthy food. Yeah, you broke up.
Computer say that. But let me tell your computer something. Listen, yeah. I was talking about insulin resistance, right? Uh-huh. And I was talking about if you could be normal weight obesity, developing insulin resistant chronic health conditions. But what I want to say is, what would happen if you, as an insurance person, as somebody trying to build a business, want to spend money in sustaining or paying for drugs that you could prevent from having to, because buying drugs is expensive, buying medication is expensive. Why would you want to spend your money on that? If that's not a motivation factor, but how about the fact that when you develop chronic conditions, you slow down your progression to be able to build your business. So it's a question of choice. Do you really want to build a business? And as a business person, you consider the bottom line. So what are you investing if you're not investing within yourself? If you're not investing on your health, which is priceless, which is like money can't buy, why would you do that? I'll give you an example. Job, he passed away from pancreatic cancer. Now, he had all that money, right? But he could not prevent himself from dying at a younger age, at the peak of his brilliantness, because I'm sure he made some decision health-wise that compromised his health. So
who you said again?
Business person, Job, the founder of Apple.
Oh, okay.
So think about compromising your health at the expense of time. You can't get back time, and you can't get back good health.
Yeah, but fried chicken tastes so good though.
Yeah, it tastes great, but all that sugar, all that salt that's in it, put you at risk for developing chronic health conditions, in which you don't have to pay for. You could either take care of it now or pay me later.
So my stress reliever is gummy bears. Like, what can I replace gummy bears with?
An apple, a banana, a pear, a plum, carrot.
See, this is why these conversations depress me. Can I at least have gummy bears every now and then?
Yes.
Okay.
You could have gummy bear every now and then, but what I want you to know is your diet also impacts your children, because what your kids is going to emulate what you eat. Your kids is going to pay attention to that.
Well, that's why I married a nurse, so it could be like, 50-50.
Balance it out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand, but boys look at their father as their model, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that what we say? So who do you think is going to model after?
Yeah, we got to do better. Oh, man.
Yeah, let's not follow the previous generation. They didn't know any better, but now that we know better, so we must do better.
And I think the final thing, and I think you made a post about this last week. I mean, the food is so addictive. It's like sometimes I want to quit, but then like the soda and the chips is calling my name. Is there any way that we could fight that? Yeah,
so it's a question of taking the time to gradually change the amount of sugar you're putting in your system. Yeah, sugar has an addictive effect of that of cocaine. So just so when your body doesn't have it, it craves for it. So what do? You gradually wean yourself. Now I wouldn't say to you that okay, cut it cold turkey. What I would say is if you were a six soda person or six pack of gummy bear per week, per day, or every day, let's do every other day until up to 6 weeks. We gradually wean you off of it, so that way you could start building a healthier immune system. And I just want to bring back to the fact that part of the reason that we saw a lot of our African Americans dying of COVID because their immune system was so compromised by chronic conditions that are preventable. So let's do better with the knowledge that we have, and start changing the way we eat gradually, and add carrots into your plate, and change your gummy bears to some carrots in the chips. So if you're gonna have chips that are baked rather than fried. And then instead of having chips every day, have chips, twice a week. It's gonna take some time, but you could do it because it may take you. I think you're 40 now. It took you 40 years to build this dietary habit, so it's gonna take you some time to make those changes.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna start next week. I'm gonna start next week.
I'm gonna hold you accountable. Don't make me call you out on Facebook.
So I may chronic my journey on Facebook and say when I'm about to break down, and I gotta text you when I'm in the candy shop not to do it. But I'm gonna start next week. I'm gonna buy this one bag of chips today. I'm gonna start on Monday.
You know what? You have to buy the chip, but the other thing I want to share with you is instead of chip, have a piece of dark chocolate if you're looking for that sweetness. And here's the reason
I love
why.
some chocolate.
Dark chocolate has zinc in it, and zinc helps into preventing zinc is involved in 300 biological function in the body. So if you're going to compromise on health, at least do a little bit of chocolate instead of having the chip.
So is Kit Kats good, or it has to be straight chocolate?
Straight dark chocolate. Stop adding more to this. Straight dark chocolate. That's why Kit Kat
you're
good.
killing me. Okay, because I feel like a lot of stuff is happening in my life, with the public speaking, insurance, the taxes and stuff like that. And now I realize I have to take better care of my body, or I really will never reach my potential because I'll be tired, and I'm pretty sure my diet affects my mood. So I'm going to really try to challenge myself, and I want to challenge other people to make that change too, especially if you're a minority. Why I'm so passionate about entrepreneurs in general is that we need us in our communities. Sometimes it's not just about you. Sometimes it's like the kids looking up to you. Sometimes it's your own kids or other kids, or, even adults looking up to you saying that, what, you're trying to do it, something positive, and we need more minority entrepreneurs. So listen, just don't put all your eggs in advertising and marketing and stuff like that, or taxes. Pay your tax accountant. We also got to do the other stuff that we really don't like talking about, is taking care of ourselves mentally and physically. I'm taking care of the mental aspect. That'd be another conversation too. But so listen, how can they get in contact with you?
So you have my information, so feel free to post it, my email, as well as my phone number if they're looking for consultation. I'm in the process of getting insurance, to be able to accept insurance, so I could do that. But yeah, I'm kicking off my consulting business, and my goal is to improve the health of 1 million Black people.
Yes. Yeah, you need to do you have a Facebook or an Instagram account for the business yet?
I'm getting ready to put that all together the end of this month. I need to get my website up and running before I do that. But yeah, I'm working on all of that. I'm going to kick it off, and of course I will tag all of y'all on that, so that way I could get the
you know me. Any post that I see, I'll definitely forward it to my people and share it on social media. So that's not even an issue. But I definitely like to thank you, because marketing and health is like my downfall when it comes to business. So I got to correct both of them. So I definitely like to thank you for coming out. I really want to challenge other entrepreneurs, especially minorities, especially females, to really make that change. I mean, I know I joke about it. I know I have a problem. I'm not dumb, but it's fixable. But we gotta listen to people like my guests and stuff like that, because they know what's best. Yeah, sometimes it might be depressing, especially when I can't have gummy bears every day. But we got to make that change, just not for us, for our family and our community. So with that, guys, I would like to thank y'all, and everybody have a great night or day or wherever you live.
Thank you. I thank you so much. I appreciate.
No problem.